The good stuff is all new. And how do you pack big, bold flavor into one little golden bite? Mary's got a spicy, cheesy, and super easy take on Mexican-inspired street food. Then, get your graze on. We're taking summer charcuterie boards to the next level. And what's a board without a beverage? Evelyn Chick brings the chill with fresh spins on ice-cold cocktails. Plus, her highly anticipated Summer Escape series has finally dropped. Best-selling Canadian author Carley Fortune gives us the inside scoop on her brand new show. The good stuff starts right now.
Comfy. Listen, today we are taking some inspiration in the kitchen from Mexican street food. I'm making Antojitos, which literally means little cravings in Mexico. But in Canada, you might recognize these as those little like rolled up cheesy tortilla snacky guys. Do we know what I'm talking about? Listen, in my university days, I think I lived off of these. I used to order a plate of them. They were like $7. I think I probably ate like 4 tortillas worth of Antojitos and like big tortilla. It was fantastic. What a delight. So I thought I'd make them today. Super delicious and wonderful. Really easy to put together as well. My mom used to do a version of these as well growing up, but I like to heat mine up, make them extra cheesy and really delicious. So the first thing we need to do to get to work on this recipe is get to work on the filling. So for me, I'm gonna go for a mix of different types of peppers. I've got a red bell pepper here. I'm gonna cut about half of this and just dice it up nice and small, however you want. Now, one of my tips when I'm cutting peppers is you actually want to cut it like so the skin is on the bottom. Don't try cutting it this way, because if your knife is not the sharpest knife in the world, it's gonna slip and slide everywhere. So give it a flip over and then just cut it from the flesh side out. Makes it a lot simpler and you are good to go. All right, now give that a little dice the other way, line them all up, run that through. Keep those fingers out of the way, Mary. We are on TV. You have guests over. What a dream. All right. Now, I love a bell pepper. I'm using a red bell pepper here, but any bell pepper would work. To be honest, I typically stick with red, yellow, or orange, but a green bell pepper would be delicious. It's just a little bit more floral tasting. It's just not as ripe as a colored pepper, so it's a little bit more green and floral tasting. So in goes that pepper. Then we're gonna go in with a little bit of heat. I'm going in with some pickled jalapenos. Now, if you want, yeah, there we go. We like a little heat. Now, if you want to, you could do fresh jalapeno, but fresh jalapeno is actually spicier than pickled jalapeno. The pickling process kind of removes some of that heat and gives it a little bit of extra seasoning. So I'm gonna go with about a 1/4 cup of those jalapenos. Again, dice those up. If you wanna save time, you could do this in a food processor. You could chop them all together, but I'm taking my time here today, chopping my peppers. Very good. All right. Looking beautiful. I'm gonna go into my bowl with those. Now in that bowl, I also have some cream cheese. I'm using 1.5 cups of cream cheese. I'm using brick style today. It has less emulsifiers in it, so it's a little bit sturdier, but if you only had tub style, that'll work perfectly for this recipe. Now into there, we're gonna season this up with a little bit of garlic powder. I don't wanna use fresh garlic here because it's a little bit too punchy. Garlic powder gives you like roasted garlic flavor, but super easily. So 1/2 teaspoon of that's going right on in. And then I love a green onion. It's the season for like springy green onions. You don't have to cook them down. You get that onion flavor, super delicious. If you don't have green onions and you have a bunch of chives growing in your garden right now, feel free to use chives. I'm going in with 4 green onions. If you were doing chives, I'd probably say, ooh, like a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of chives would be absolutely beautiful. All right, pop that into the bowl. Fantastic. Then we're just gonna give this a mix to combine. My not sour cream, it's cream cheese, Mary, obviously. My cream cheese is nice and room temperature. If it's feeling a little bit too firm, you can pop it in the microwave for like 10, 15 seconds just to get it nice. Now, my mom, when she made these, she would always just do cream cheese and green onions. It's really tasty together. It reminds me of those sandwiches she would make when like fancy people were coming over. Do you know what I mean? Like the little like tea sandwiches that are tiny and you eat like 8 sandwiches worth of tiny sandwiches. They're a dream. In our family, I feel like they're called tea sandwiches. They're called church lady sandwiches. Also called funeral sandwiches. That's what we call them in our house. All right, give that a good mix to combine. And you see the beautiful colors in there. We've got that red and green, but again, you could change up the color of the pepper. So now all we need to do is fill our tortillas. So I've got 4 large tortillas here. And basically you want to divide this mixture onto those. So I'm going to go in with about 1/4 of this cream cheese mixture. It's more than you think, but don't worry, it's delicious. I'm just going to spread that out all the way to the edges. Now, if you wanted to here, you could just leave the filling as this, roll it up, slice it, and do it almost like a cold sandwich. You could store them in the fridge and then slice them when people come over. But if you want, you can also heat them up in the oven. But for that, I like to add a little bit more cheese just to make them like ooey and gooey. So here I've got some nacho cheese blend. You could also do like jalapeno jack cheese. Anything with a little bit of spice in there would be perfect. Per tortilla, you want about 1/2 cup of that cheese. Scatter that all over. Give that a roll up, basically like a pinwheel. This is where the church lady sandwich comes in. Remember, like you'd get that long, weird bread and you'd roll it out and then do like cucumber. Delicious. We're going a little more fun though. Perfect. Roll that up nice and tight. At this point, you can pop those in the fridge for like a couple days and then slice them and serve them when you want. Or just slice them into nice little rounds. And then we're gonna pop those onto a prepared sheet pan. Now, if you want, you could prepare the sheet pan by spraying it with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray or drizzling a little bit of oil on there, or you can line it with a piece of parchment paper. You wanna lay them down so they are spiral side up or down, depending if you're a glass half full, glass half empty person. And you wanna pop those into a 375-degree oven for about 8 minutes. Then I like to turn the broiler on for about 2 minutes, just until they're a little bit golden brown. Once those are done, they're gonna be a little bit melty. Oh, these are so good. I'm really excited about this. This is bringing me back to my 20s, pals. All right, check those out. Super tasty, really delish. I like to serve these up with some sour cream and some salsa. If you want, I'm just gonna do this. You could nicely place these onto your platter, but I'm just gonna loosen them and I'm gonna go bar food style, and we're just gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. What a dream. Absolute treat. Listen, I'm gonna dig in. I'm probably gonna eat all of these Antojitos right now, but stick around. We got lots more good stuff after the break. My next guest is here to put a seafood spin on a classic grazing board. Everyone, please welcome food stylist Sarah Juman-Yassin. Hey, Sarah. Fantastic. Okay, I'm feeling pumped about this. I feel like it is the year of not a charcuterie board, but a seacouterie board.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Seacouterie is having a moment, and why not?
Yeah. Okay, so tell us what that is. As opposed to like meats and cheeses, we're going...
Seafood.
Seafood.
Everything seafood.
Love.
So we have from lobster to shrimp to crab here.
Yeah.
And we even had to throw in a little bit of biscuits, because, you know.
You got it. Listen, I love a seafood restaurant biscuit. This is the dream. Okay, let's talk about this beautiful presentation we've got going on over here.
So I put these in individual trays. And the reason is that biscuits you want warm, breads you want warm, your lobster you want warm, but other items you want cold, like your shrimp. So you really want to think about food safety when you're designing this. So this is almost like a mini grazing table.
Yeah.
So typically, seafood should only be out for about 2 hours. That's food safe. Here, I'm chilling my shrimp on a tray, and you can see that has ice underneath.
Nice. Smart.
Right, so it extends the life. So you don't have to have a tray like this.
Yeah.
If you have a cake pan, shop your home first. Have your cake pan, put your ice in, and put a tray on top.
Oh, I love that.
Exact same effect.
It's true. You got that chilling factor. Also, like a cold little shrimp. Oh, what a delight. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Now, I love what we've got going on here. And I love the mix of things, because we've got things like lobster, but we've also got a mix. Because I think one thing when it comes to seafood is we want to be maybe budget conscious.
Absolutely.
Okay, so how do we do that?
So when you say seafood, people automatically think like, oh my God, it's going to cost a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. There's many options. You can buy frozen items, canned items, and you can look for items on sale. So here we have canned sardines with bread. Because, you know, canned sardines and bread, who doesn't love that?
Listen, everybody, I feel like 10 years ago, everyone's like, ugh, sardines. Sardines are having a moment, and they are delicious. You go into any, like, fancy food store, and there's a whole wall of just different tinned sardines.
Yeah.
Like in lemon, in olive oil, in tomato. They're really, really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see there's a pop of color. I'm going to ask you to help me add some color here with our lemon and lime wedges. So really, when you're thinking about food, you're thinking about color, and pops of color can just be like your garnishes.
Oh, I like that.
And then your sauces as well. So here I have different sauces. I love different flavor profiles. We have spicy, sweet, tangy. So think about the types of seafood you're going to have, and think about your guests and what you like, and then design around it.
I love that, and I love a dip, so I'm feeling very pumped about this. I love various dips. Sometimes I want a spicy, sometimes I want a sweet.
Absolutely.
This is absolutely beautiful. Now, I do want to talk about, there's ways that you kind of make this your own. Yes, you've arranged this all, but we've got some like classic Sarah shapes going on.
That's right.
Okay, what are we doing?
I have a smoked salmon roast.
Yeah.
Like how we did a salami roast.
Yeah.
Why not do a smoked salmon roast?
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna go ahead. So smoked salmon, it comes in very thin pieces. That's okay. So you take your thin pieces and you line it up. And you wanna see that the tips of where you're lining up, the edges are all the same.
Okay.
So I'm gonna line it up with the same height. And there's a little bits on the end. There's always little bits of smoked salmon that peels off. We're gonna show you what to do. So after I've lined it up, I'm gonna fold it in half.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And then after that, we're just rolling.
Oh, this is exactly like when we made the little salami roast. Okay.
So we are just rolling.
My mom pretty much lives off of smoked salmon, so this is like her dream scenario.
So if you had a brunch and you did a smoked salmon roast with a bagel, so you can see the roast adds like that.
Oh,
you
cute.
start peeling back your layers to make it look like petals. And these, right?
Super cute.
And these little bits here, I would eat it, but you know, since you're trying to be fancy, you just add it to the side, fold it in half and add it to the side, and you can see that it's really giving the shape of a cute petal.
I love that. That's so cute.
So
Okay,
cute.
so this is fantastic. Copper on the board. Beautiful, so cute. What a good breakfast board that would be.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be nice, little bagel cream cheese. Ooh, doggy, that
And you
sounds
put
good.
the smoked salmon roast on the side of your bagel, a
Get
little
outta
bit of
here.
edible flowers on top of your cream cheese.
Oh,
you're fancy.
You're fancy now, everybody. All right, no, I love this. So we're going from the literal sea to kind of the figurative sea over here. So what do we got going on?
Absolutely. So we have a vacation board here. So I love grazing boards in many different themes. This has to be
This is cute.
my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
So if you can't go away for vacation this summer, why not take a trip on your vacation grazing board?
I love this. Yeah.
So I'm all about the heat and the tropics. So here I have my little tiki huts that I built out of pretzels and some crackers.
It's like a savory gingerbread house.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then I took some crackers and I crushed it up, and some cream cheese. I added some blue to make my sea.
So it's not sweetened, it's just plain cream cheese with a little bit of blue?
Right.
Love that.
Right. And then we don't want to make it like sand, like when you go to the beach, have it all over the house.
Yeah.
So my biggest tip is put a little cream cheese under your sand.
Oh, smart.
So that when you dip it with a cracker, it's soft and crunchy at the same time.
Love that. Super
So
good.
beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to help me add some vibrant flavors
Okay,
here.
let's do it.
So if you can add some strawberries just to pump up our board.
Beautiful.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to be adding my cute little umbrellas
Love
just to
it.
really
Send
go
it
into
home.
the theme.
I don't
Yeah,
know
send
about
it
you,
home.
but when I have these, they immediately go in my hair.
Okay, so then after we're done that, we're gonna add a little bit of seashells, and we wanna add it kind of towards the edge of the board, just so that your guests know that some things are edible and some things are not.
The seashells are not edible, folks.
Right.
Yeah.
And then really to finish it off, I have some dragon fruit that I'm just gonna go ahead and just place at the front here. And look how that just sets
Super
everything
tropical,
off.
really beautiful.
And then our final touch is our edible flowers. I'm gonna
Beautiful.
ask you to help me put those on.
Okay.
And you can see the pops of color are just happening from a couple of different ways, from the flowers
I love that.
to the fruit.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite thing on here though, these olive palm trees.
Oh,
Sarah,
really?
Sarah,
Really?
great job. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
This
so
was
much.
awesome. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back. That was amazing! Evelyn Chick is here to help us keep cool this summer with some fun freezer cocktail recipes. Hey, Evelyn, how's it going?
So good.
I'm feeling really pumped about this. I love the fact that these are not frozen cocktails, they're freezer cocktails. Because that means you don't need like a fancy device to make them.
Just some room in a freezer.
Just some room in a freezer. Okay, so what are we making? What are we starting off with?
So we're gonna start off with one of my favorite things to make is a granita.
I love
it sounds
granita.
fancy, it's actually super easy. It is a watermelon mezcal granita.
Oh, beautiful.
So if you like a margarita, mezcal is like the, smoky cousin of tequila. It gives it a little bit of smokiness.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna start off with some fresh watermelon. You can also do frozen watermelon. It actually just makes it icier, which is great. So we have 6 cups of watermelon here. We're gonna go in with 6 ounces of mezcal.
Okay.
It serves around 6. So you got lots going on here. You can do it for a party, stick it in the freezer.
Look at all these vitamins in the form
I
of
know.
watermelon.
Oh, delicious. And then we're gonna go in with some lime juice, 3 ounces of that.
Beautiful.
And then we're gonna go in with agave syrup. So just pumping up the agave from the mezcal over here, and then we're just gonna blend it up.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. A little ta-ta-ta. Stunning. And yeah, super easy. That's perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just pour it into sort of an oven tray, and we're gonna stick it in the freezer for 4 to 6 hours. So literally, like I love the color of this already.
The smell of this.
My goodness.
This smoky with the watermelon.
So good.
Girl.
So we're gonna stick it in the freezer. I'm just gonna go grab that.
Okay.
And every hour or so, you just kind of agitate it a little bit with
now,
a
because
fork.
there's alcohol in there, and you are agitating it. It's not going to freeze
It's
totally
not
solid.
gonna freeze.
Look
so
at
it's
this.
gonna look like this.
Come on.
Oh my goodness. So this is a classic granita. We're just gonna go in, big scoops over here. We're just gonna toss it in a tahini-rimmed glass because I like a little spice and watermelon together.
I love that, and it's a little salty, little spicy.
Yes, exactly.
And then the
I'm
smoky with the
so
sweet.
Excited for this.
This is like a cocktail dessert.
Cocktail dessert.
Okay,
We're
cocktail
gonna
dessert.
a little bit, and then a little bit. Oh! I'm so excited. I'm so good. Okay.
I'm telling you right now, everybody, I'm gonna get brain freeze in this. And it's gonna be a good thing. That is so good with
So
the tahini.
good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my goodness.
Wait, moving on. What are we talking about?
So this is a freezer mojito. I am a lazy gal. I'm not gonna lie. I create a lot of recipes, but sometimes I just want to chuck things in the fridge or freezer and leave it.
Love that.
So in a sort of like temperature-resistant bowl, you're gonna go in with again making 6 cocktails, 10 ounces of rum.
That's a lot of rum.
A lot of rum, okay, because we're making it in batches, right? So super easy. We're gonna go in with a little bit of lime juice, and then what I did here was just made a mint syrup. So it's very easy to make. You get some mint, you kind of like put it in sugar, 2 to 1 water sugar syrup.
That's a
and
rich
we're gonna
syrup.
go in. A little rich syrup is great, and then remember to add water because it's not gonna freeze at all.
Okay.
So we're gonna go 4 ounces of water for that, and we're just gonna go ahead and give it a little mix.
Okay.
And then we're gonna stick it in the freezer. So what happens is because there is have alcohol by volume, it won't freeze completely. And what we're gonna have here is kind of this really fun, like kind of slushy-esque texture
There is
to
like
it.
a texture in there.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's a freezer batch. All you have to do is pour. Just, you can do this with some ice if you'd like. So I took it out a little bit earlier, but usually take it out about like 15, 20 minutes before you serve it. And then some soda.
Nice.
And then you got your freezer-ready mojito.
It's gonna have that texture. It's almost like it's like a little crispy.
Little crispy
Yeah.
because the ice chunks. So you just kind of garnish it with a bit
Golf
of
clap.
mint, golf clap
Golf
to
clap.
release the oils. There you go. And that's your freezer mojito.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's give it a taste. Okay.
Oh my God.
That
it's
is
like
so good.
Then you don't have to worry about muddling and doing all that stuff.
That
you
is
just
so
have
good.
it.
Oh boy, geez Louise. We got
Jeez
one more,
Louise.
everybody. All right. Okay, this one, I love this. We're going to Italy for this one.
Yes,
Okay.
very like kind of Riviera vibes. We're going a limoncello basil slash.
Oh, yum.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yummy. So we're gonna go in with, again, it serves around 6. I don't know why. 6 is like my magic number for hosting.
It feels nice because if you have 4
feels
people
good.
and people want 2 cocktails, a couple people get that.
Yeah,
or a cocktail and a
exactly.
half for everybody.
I love it. So we're gonna go in again with an oven tray, just like heat-proof, cold-proof tray with some limoncello. We're gonna go in with a little bit of vodka, and then just a little bit of sweetener if you'd like it a little bit sweeter. So when I freeze things, I usually make it just a touch sweeter because the citrus actually gets pumped up when you freeze things.
It's true, and I find the it dulls the cold dulls your tongue.
Yes.
So if it's sweeter, it doesn't taste sweeter necessarily.
Yes, you need more like unctuousness.
And it'll give it
to
a nice texture.
Exactly. So we're gonna go in with some citrus as well, and then again a little bit of water because it'll just freeze completely if you don't.
Okay.
You're just gonna give it a quick whisk like this and make sure all of that. And again, 4 to 6 hours. And what do we have here, Mary?
Dun, da, da, da. Look at that.
So this is my favorite thing because we're gonna spoon it into these lovely glasses. As you can see, it's a little bit more watery than
It's
the
got
other
almost
one.
like a slushy texture.
Like a slushy. Yeah. Is it like an adult slushy?
This is giving,
Adult.
yeah, adult ice cream float.
Ice cream float.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do here is like make a kind of like a sorbetto.
Okay.
So a little bit of prosecco to top because
that's
you know we're
beautiful.
Riviera vibes,
Yeah.
right? There you go.
Look at the color. It's like
That's
chartreusey.
So beautiful. And it gives it this like lovely texture. And as it melts, you get like the little bit of basil. So we're gonna garnish it with some basil. I'm just gonna take the whole thing.
I love this.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, that's my cup of tea
it's
right
like,
there.
I just love it. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna taste this.
Cheers to you, my pal.
Oh.
What a delight. What a treat. Let's give it a taste. If you have that with a caprese salad on the side, you are living that Dolce Vita, baby.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
studio audience, these are really cute cups. So
Yeah.
thanks to Cocktail Emporium, you are all going home with a set of 2 Gold Dream Deco Coupe Plaza for your summer entertaining. This is delicious. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back. This is so cute. You know her as one of Canada's top voices in entertainment news, but today E-Talk reporter Sonia Mungat is here to chat about one of her passions. We're talking flowers.
Yes, we are talking flowers. Hi.
I love this because you obviously know all about entertainment. You're so great at that, but you also love flowers.
I do.
Yeah.
I've always loved flowers. I've always loved designing with flowers. After a family tragedy 10 years ago, I took off to Paris, as one does.
Yeah.
And I walked into one of my favorite floral designers' boutique, and he happened to be there, spent the whole afternoon helping him. And I realized that flowers were going to be my therapy. Not to take away from real therapy.
No, therapy's great, everybody.
I did that as well for grief, but I realized that flowers were going to help me be present and just really enjoy life.
Yeah.
And since then, I've been hired by brides.
Oh, that's a tough
I had a
client.
full operating business in Vancouver. I'm not doing that now.
Yeah.
Not yet. Maybe we'll open up a shop one day. But I still design at home, and it's my therapy session. I love it.
I love that. Working with nature, it's so beautiful, bringing
really
a little
is.
bit into your home.
Yes.
Okay, I'm very excited because we're going to talk about some floral trends today.
Yes.
And we're going to start off with, we're going big. We're talking about Monstera.
We're giving big leaf energy
Big leaf
today.
energy, yeah.
So here's the thing, Mary. When I walk into my home, I want it right away to feel like a vacation. I want it because our lives are crazy sometimes. They're really busy, and I want to walk in and I want to go, oh my gosh. But we get that feeling when we're on vacation, right? So a lot of people don't realize, but tropical plants will actually last so much longer, especially when you're dealing with Monstera leaves. Some of them come in huge sizes and all the different sizes, which you can tell I've actually taken a big size here and a small one. You can bring in some orchid plants. Like, this does not have to be fancy. Like, I'm not kidding you. I literally did this in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I just threw it all in there. Orchids will be very expensive. For example, this is $40 a stem, but they're from New Zealand. But here's the thing. This is going to last me an entire month.
Yeah.
And if you go get flowers every week and spend $100, do the girl math.
Yeah.
This is going to last you so much more, and it instantly makes you feel like you're on vacation.
It reminds me of, when you walk into a nice hotel,
Yes.
and in the middle of the lobby, they got that
Yes.
big arrangement. That's what it's giving.
Minus the concierge when you get home. There's no concierge.
No.
You have to do all that work. But the beautiful thing is, when the flowers do die, you just take them out.
Yeah.
And the leaves are still alive, and they're still thriving. And it just gives it such a lush. Like, if you look closely, it's like the dewiness we want on our skin. This is what's happening with these beautiful leaves.
I
So
love
don't be
this.
scared of the tropical plants.
No, and like you said, they're so interesting. There's so much texture. So
much
it really, even if the flowers come out, it still looks like a beautiful arrangement.
Yes.
Love that.
Always. There's like artwork.
Yeah.
That's what it is
Love
in your
that.
entrance.
Oh, so good. Okay, now moving on, we're going to talk about another thing that's trending. We're talking repetition. I
Okay.
like this, not just for studying, folks, but for flowers.
You probably have seen these at a lot of weddings and long tables. And honestly, trust me when I say this, anyone can do this.
Okay.
You can find different size, length, height vases anywhere at like a vintage store, Etsy, or anywhere. They're so cheap. You can even go to the dollar store and do it. And all you're gonna do, I'm gonna put you to work. You ready for this? She gets excited when I bring out the tool belt and the clippers.
Little clipper, little snippers.
Yeah, so please be careful
Okay, I
with
will
that.
be. I'm used to
So
strips.
you've never done this, and
I've
I'm
never.
gonna make you do this.
Okay, let's do it.
I always tell people to ask your local florist what is the actual flower in season.
Yeah.
Right now, It's peonies,
Yes.
right? Look at the size
Yeah.
of this. Like, what are they putting in our water?
Yeah.
These are local.
Yeah.
These are local.
Yeah.
So you're gonna cut
Okay.
flowers and you're gonna place them whatever way you want
Okay.
in these, okay? And we're gonna show people how easy it is to just arrange something so easily. Like, look at that.
Nailed it.
You're
Question
hired.
one. Thank you
You're
so
hired.
much. Thank you so much.
When I open up that shop,
Yeah.
you're coming in to help
Dream.
me.
I'm there.
And then have fun with it, right? Like, some of them have small holes. Some of them have really big ones. We're still talking flowers.
We're still talking flowers.
But so in this case, for this one, like, don't be shy. Put, like, you know, maybe a few in there. So,
Okay, cute.
So see how you did the small one?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a taller one. Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty.
Right?
Oh, I like that.
So now we're just creating this art form. So you're gonna continue doing that.
Okay.
And to elevate it a little bit more, most florists, local florists, will have this. This is Israeli ruscus.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's not very expensive. Again, very textured. But what I love about this one in particular, Mary, look at this. It just has its own. It's going in its own way.
You know what? It's got its own mind, and I
It's got
like
its
that.
own mind,
It's
and
gonna
we
do what
want
it
that.
wants. Yeah.
That's why I always say it's really not that hard and intimidating to arrange flowers because flowers are kind of doing their own thing anyways. You just have to give them a little vessel for them to shine.
I was gonna say, I really like my flowers to look blousy. Like they're just kind of like, hey, whatever.
Blousy.
You know?
I've never heard that term for flowers.
It's a good one. Blousy flowers. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about?
No,
like a big pirate blouse.
Like a big.
yeah.
But that's the thing. This way, they all have their own moment to shine. So I'm gonna trade you spots
Okay,
because see how you're like literally look. Come on.
This looks beautiful. Really
on.
beautiful.
Let's move these into the front. And can you imagine having something like this on your patio?
Yeah.
As you're having some guests over and they walk in, and don't be shy with color. It's summer.
It's summer. Bring it in.
Bring in the color because that's where it really, really counts. But Mary,
This actually looks so good.
hired.
I'm very thrilled with this. All right, this is beautiful. Last but not least, the last thing we wanted to talk about is decorative vases, because this is very like
Yes.
plain vase.
Yes.
This one, we're letting the vase do some work.
So a lot of people will tend to go towards the clear or the white because it's clean. But the most beautiful trend right now is grabbing a vase that has texture and colors in it. And the simplest thing that you can do is pull on one color from it. So in this case, I pulled on the peach. But we could have gone completely the other way and pulled on all just green. Again, I could have just thrown in these peach roses in here and we would have been done, but obviously I wanted to show off a little bit and show you guys what I can actually do.
Yeah.
But don't be shy of getting vases that have texture and colors. Pick one color, throw in the flowers, and you're gonna look like your local florist.
You're a local
You never know,
florist.
the brides might call you.
They might call you, Sonia. This is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your passion. What a delight. Listen, we got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. June is Pride Month, and joining us now with fashion and beauty brands showing their support, it's Miles Sexton. Hey, okay, before we even get into this, can we talk? This outfit is amazing.
I have to be like, like the colors of the rainbow today.
Okay, Miles, I love this. We're talking about different brands that are doing things to support Pride.
Absolutely. And I think now more than ever, it's so wonderful to see that there is still so many brands and also queer-owned businesses that we're going to talk about today. So I'm excited. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Okay, we're starting off with Joe Fresh.
Yes. So I love that Joe Fresh. I feel like they must have known that it was going to be a sporty time right now, So I love this Joe Fresh jersey that they've launched. This is like Love Wins on it. So it'd be perfect, whether you want to wear it to a sporting event or just every day. I feel like you could totally wear this. Now, Joe Fresh has partnered up with PFLAG. So PFLAG is an incredible organization that helps to support parents that might have like LGBT youth. So they help to give them training and just ways to help best support them as they go through their journey, which is so cool. So they're raising money for that.
Yeah.
They also came out with this cute little tank top too, which I
that's
love.
cute.
Yeah, perfect for the summer.
I was gonna say, the bigger the armhole, the more perfect for summer it is.
Exactly, exactly.
I love that. Okay, next up, let's another Canadian brand. We're talking Reitmans.
Yes, we have Reitmans. So Reitmans launched these super cute little keychains. So
cute.
Yeah, and they have this like really cute little heart that's on them as well, which is nice. They come in multiple different colors. So $4 of any of the keychains that are purchased will go towards EGAL. So EGAL is another amazing charity that kind of really fights for human rights for the LGBT community within Canada, which is so cool. So yeah, so I love that they're raising money for that organization. organization, and you can just do it through these super cute little keychains. Or
I love
throw it
this.
onto your like belt loop if you have
Yeah.
little like shorts or jeans on. Could be cute too. Yeah.
I love the fact that when you buy something, there is money and support going to different organizations.
Absolutely.
That's really, really
Good
cool.
give back.
Love
Yeah.
that. I love that. All right, next up, let's talk. We're talking a classic. We're going Levi's.
Yes. So, you know, we all love a cute little denim jacket,
Yeah,
right?
adorable.
So, you know, I love this, but they also made sure to have a little party in the back. So, I love this little nod to like maybe like the 80s or 90s with the patchwork, which is so cool. So it says free to be with a little eagle. And I just think that's such a beautiful like kind of touch in the design.
Yeah.
Now, Levi's, they partner every single year with Outright International. So they're another incredible organization that internationally helps to advocate and fight for like rights of the LGBT community, like internationally. So
That's awesome.
they always do a huge donation. So this collaboration is always kind of in partnership with them.
That's so cool. I love that too. Like, I love the free to be. Like that
Yeah.
saying is so beautiful.
Agreed. And
Yeah.
I feel like you could wear it any day
Yeah.
too, which is nice, not
Yeah.
just Pride.
No,
So,
I love
yeah.
it. It says so much in just 3 words. That's beautiful.
Agreed,
Very, very
agreed.
cool. All right, now let's move on to a Canadian jewelry company because it's not just clothes and stuff.
No, yes. So this is a queer-owned business. They're based out of Toronto, which is so cool. So it's called L&L. Justin and Louis founded this brand, and you know we all know that like diamonds are quite expensive.
Yes.
So their mission with their jewelry brand was to make it a bit more affordable. So they actually use moissanite. So it's like a lab-grown style like diamond
Oh, cool.
that exists. So instead of spending thousands of dollars on a tennis bracelet or a tennis necklace, they're actually within the a few $100 range.
Okay.
So which is really cool. So I'm wearing a few of the pieces here. They make bracelets, rings, earrings too. They also do a signature color, which is really cool. I believe the earrings are right here in this sort of mint green sort of tone that matches their boxes, which I've never seen before in like, you know, a shade of moissanite. So,
Yeah.
so unique to them, and I just love it.
That's so good.
Adds a little sparkle.
Do you know what I also love? The term tennis bracelet.
Yes.
Because you're like, ooh, a sport with jewelry.
Exactly. Why not?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's very fun. Okay, that is fantastic. Now, this next one, we have to talk about it. Miles has the best hair in the biz, obviously. We're talking about hair care. What are we talking about?
Yes. So, you know, if you want hydrated, luscious hair like me, you definitely need to try JVN Hair. So another queer-owned business hair care brand that was founded by Jonathan Van Ness. And I really love with this brand is that it's really great if you do need hydration, but you don't want it to like weigh down your curls or your waves or your hair. So I really love their hydration line, from their shampoos to their hair mask. I use this one once a week. And it just like makes your hair stay soft. And it's not just like one of those like hair care products where you use it once and then like the next day the results are gone. Like it is like a multi-day result, which I really love. Now they also have their air dry cream. I don't know if you've heard of this one or not.
I've heard of it, but I've
yes.
never used it, but I feel like I need to.
Okay, so if you're like, you know, don't have a lot of time in the morning, but you want to like define your curls or the texture of your hair or just like a quick zhuzh, you just like put it in damp hair and you kind of like scrunch it and it just adds a little bit of texture. It gives you curl definition or like wave definition.
Yeah.
And it just like gives you sort of that beachy sort of look to your hair, which is so nice when you're just like in a rush and need to do something, but you don't have a lot of time.
And it's not crispy like a mousse.
No, exactly, which is it kind of has like a fluidy texture to it.
I love that. So
yeah.
if you're going to like a Pride event and it's going to be hot and sweaty because it's hot and sweaty now.
Yes, the humidity is out.
Beautiful hair. Lean into the humidity.
Exactly.
I love that. All right, now you've also brought a couple of books in.
Yes, I know
Let's talk
you're a
about these.
reader
I
like
love
me,
reading, yeah.
so I had to bring some books that and these are 2 that I read within the last year that I just absolutely love. So we have A Language of Limbs and Breaking Free, which I picked up at Indigo. Now, The Language of Limbs, which is so great, it's like a non-binary author that's out of Australia, and it just follows the story of 2 different like individuals that are in the community that are kind of like navigating their journey of just self-discovery, like among sort of a time of the 80s of the HIV/AIDS epidemic and sort of their journey as they go through that. It was so poetically written. I also listened to the audiobook version, and I just remember there was moments I was like, I might have to pull over this car because I'm crying. 'Cause it's just like, it's so like just beautifully written in the way that she describes or they describe love in the book that I thought it was so powerful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Yeah.
And then the other one is a Canadian author, Spencer West. So Spencer launched his book, his second book this year, just I think less than a month ago,
Nice.
called Breaking Free, and it's sort of it's sort of an overall journey of Spencer and his sort of like living with his disability, but also being like an openly queer person and sort of him navigating that. But it's all sort of like, I think any person that really wants to like look at how they can kind of continue to like push themselves and live in their lives, like in the in-between, because we have like peaks and valleys of our life. And he sort of describes within the book of like how to be comfortable in that in-between. And he also shares so many stories of like him coming out and climbing Kilimanjaro in Africa and like on his hands, which is like, there's just so many of these like beautiful, powerful stories. I think anyone could really have this like beautiful takeaway from.
That's beautiful. I love that. the in-between time.
Yes.
That's really, really beautiful.
Exactly.
Miles, thank you so much. This was fantastic. Also, happy Pride. What a delight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Are you sitting at home thinking, hey, seeing the good stuff live would be fun? Well, you are in luck. We would love for you, along with your friends and family, to be a part of our studio audience. Just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen for your chance to join us. Tickets are free. Can't wait to hear from you. New York Times best-selling author, an award-winning Canadian journalist, and now an executive producer on a new series based on her debut novel. Let's take a look.
What am I doing back here?
Are you afraid that we might bump into Charlie and Sam?
Would you hear me out? Charlie invited you?
She should be here for my mom.
Sue is like a second mother to me.
Percy being here, it's bad for me. I just don't know what it's gonna be like to see her again.
Sam?
You came home.
About this show and her latest book, please welcome back to the show, Carley Fortune. First off, huge congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, you are an absolute wizard. You do so many things. I am thrilled that you took the time to be with us today.
Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled to be back here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, very exciting. So we just saw a clip of your new series on Prime Video. Based on your debut novel, Every Summer After. Okay, so first up, tell me what it was like seeing your work actually on the screen, like coming to life.
I saw the first episode I took 2 visits to set, so I saw the first episode just after my second visit. I was still in Vancouver in the hotel room, and the showrunner sent me the episode, and I just started bawling.
Oh my gosh.
I was just crying and crying because the first scene is so beautiful, and it's also very emotional.
Yeah.
And Every Summer After changed my life. It's what made me fall in love with writing fiction. It's about where I grew up, and it was deeply emotional. Yeah.
There's pictures of you meeting your cast.
Yes.
Was it, I feel like it would be kind of like a weird dream.
Yes.
Seeing your characters, but like on an actual human 3D person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And there, with casting, you're kind of looking for the essence of the character. But the actors do happen to look like Percy, Sam, and Charlie and how they're described. And I remember seeing Sadie's audition, Sadie Soverall, who plays Percy, and feeling like I was meeting Percy because I can't picture their faces when I'm writing.
Okay.
They're just very blurry for me. I was like, oh, there she is. There's Percy. Because she just felt so much like her. And then with Matt Cordette and Michael Bradway, who play Sam and Charlie, meeting them, I was standing beside them, and they're very, very tall, very handsome men. And I take a lot of time describing the eyes of my male characters. And I'm looking up at them and looking at their eyes and being like, wow, people really do look like this.
You're like, I didn't just create you in my head. You're real.
You're so gorgeous. And they're really sweet too.
That's amazing. Honestly, I am crushing the show. It's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
It's so
I'm so
great.
glad you think so.
Okay,
I love it too.
I will say one thing that I have always loved about you from your writing process, and also I think it conveys to this show as well, is how much music is part of your creative process.
Yes.
When you're writing books, you often, at least online, you'll talk about what music you were listening to when you were working, or what was kind of your inspiration.
That's right.
And the series has some great drops. Chumbawamba.
I know.
Does everybody, it was a thrill.
Some Weezer in there.
Weezer, what a delight.
Yes.
Were there any songs that you were like, this is like a must-have in, or what was it like hearing that?
No, I didn't bully anybody about the music. Amy Harris, who is our showrunner, has great taste in music. And I'm a really big Harry Styles fan.
I know.
I know you know. And Amy, when she was writing one of the scenes for the last episode, had a specific song from Harry Styles in mind, and she wrote with that song in mind. And his music is hard to get.
Yeah.
And we got the song.
Oh my God.
And when I saw it, it was a surprise when I saw the episode, and it's a very kind of emotional scene, and I just started sobbing, sobbing. So I was very happy about the Harry Styles.
Yeah.
There's Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's really important to the book.
Yeah.
So we have Dolly in there too.
Yeah.
The music's wonderful.
It's really, really great. Like, I feel like this is one of those things where you're like, please put this all on a record so I can listen to it, or put it on a playlist so I can listen to it all.
Yes.
What a delight. Okay, now let's chat about your newest book, your 5th, Our Perfect Storm. Absolutely here. crushed this book.
Yay.
I like laid on my couch. I got an advance copy and I was reading it and I heard my first red-winged blackbird of the year and I was like, this is perfect. This is the most delightful time for me. Let's talk a little bit about it. Tell us a bit about Our Perfect Storm.
Yeah, so this is about Frankie and George, who have been best friends since they were 8 years old, but they've kind of drifted apart. They're 30 now, and things are tense between them, so much so that Frankie's not sure George is even going to show up to her wedding as her best man. He does. A few days before the wedding, everybody's gathered at this beautiful manor to celebrate. Frankie thinks everything's perfect, but then her fiancé leaves her with a mysterious note. That's it, the day before their wedding.
Nightmare.
Yep. She wants to wallow, but George wants to fix things. And he proposes that they go to Tofino together on what was supposed to be her honeymoon. He has a plan to fix her broken heart, but she sees this as an opportunity to repair their friendship. And of course, neither of those things quite go as planned.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes.
No, it's such a roller coaster. It's such a beautiful, beautiful book.
Thank you.
And one thing that you are so good at is transporting your readers to the location that the books are taking place. Like through your characters, I felt like I've been to Barry's Bay, to PEI, to Sneaky D's, all of these different places. And then this one is in Tofino.
Yes.
Now, I've never been to Tofino before.
I just found that out,
Yes.
and you will change that.
I am going to change it.
immediately, if not sooner.
When I was reading this book, I started like searching like hotels and
Yes,
flights
of
because
course.
it sounds so amazing. So how important is location and why was it time to go to the West Coast for you?
That's a great question. All my books start with setting.
Yeah.
It is kind of the most important thing. I can't picture a story playing out unless I know where they are taking place. And I had lived on Vancouver Island when I was in my early 20s after I graduated from university. And Tofino, for anyone who doesn't know, is on it's on the west coast of Vancouver Island. So it's as far west in this country as you can go. And I visited twice when I was living out there. And it is, we're looking at the pictures now. See, it's stunning.
It's out of control, yeah.
It is. The area is full of these ancient rainforests, so trees that are hundreds of years old, and the rainforests just crash right into the beach. And the beaches are very rugged and kind of moody, very different from what we would think of as like, from a PEI beach or from a Californian beach. And the mist, the fog and the mist, when it rolls onto the beach, and the people look like ghosts on the sand. So it's very dramatic. And I fell in love with it. You feel like you're on the edge of the world. And when I started writing, I was like, I have to set a book here. But the story has to match the drama of the landscape. So it took a while to figure out, I was thinking about it for years, like what am I going to do with Tofino? And that became this book.
It's honestly, it's a stunning, stunning book. It's so beautiful. Your descriptions of food make me hungry, which thank you so much for that. It's an absolute dream. Now, I'm going to say this. You are perhaps the busiest person in the world right now. Very exciting. You're working on your next book.
Yes, I'm working on my next book.
Very exciting.
Yes.
And you also, it's just been announced that you have another show in the works.
Yes. We are shooting 10 episodes of This Summer Will Be Different. The first season of This Summer Will Be Different, which is going to be with Netflix. We're shooting this summer in Toronto and on Prince Edward Island.
Yes.
Which it is such a dream come true for me, honestly. And PEI is just integral to the story. It cannot be shot anywhere else.
No.
It has to be on PEI. And I think, I love Anne of Green Gables, and we kind of think of Anne of Green Gables when we think of Prince Edward Island.
Yeah.
So the idea of filming a contemporary love story there is so thrilling to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing Canada proud. We are so proud of you. Thank you for writing such beautiful stories. They make me feel like the sun exists somewhere, and it's a good thing.
Oh my gosh,
So-
it's my absolute pleasure and privilege, honestly.
What a delight. I love it. And studio audience, thanks to the wonderful Carley, everyone's going home with their very own copy of Our Perfect Storm. That's our show for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for more of the good